Hello? Hi. Can you hear me? You should be able to. There we go. Let's see. Can you hear me, you guys? I don't know what's going on.
I think you muted yourself.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hello.
How are you? Hi,
Good.
cute.
How are you?
Aww, so sweet. Hi, Desiree. Thanks for jumping on, ladies. Huh. I know it's late. My kids are in bed, so I'm having a glass of wine, because why not?
Oh, I'm so jealous. My husband's on night, so my 3- and 2-year-old get to stay up late.
You're like, yeah.
But they're in the room watching Creative Galaxy.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, I know, Desiree, obviously I know you and Vanessa know each other, but Christina, just to kind of introduce you all to each other. And thanks for hopping on. And I know it's late on a Monday night, so I appreciate you coming on. But wanted to, I have a list of things because you guys know that I kind of digress and don't really stay on topic. So we'll see if we'll see how I do. But one of the things, first of all, super excited. Our team is definitely growing, and it's thanks to you guys for doing hard work with that. And then wanted to talk to you a little bit more kind of about recruiting, because that seems to be something that people wanted to talk a little bit more about. So, but before we do that, do you guys have any like burning questions so I don't start rambling and then we don't get to them?
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I might, but not right now.
All right, the second? Okay. That's good. Okay, so I thought a lot about this because this is different. I haven't done a chat like with my team yet. And there might be some other people joining us later, but one of the things, so I've read kind of 2 books that I would really recommend since you all have so much free time with all of your kids and other things that you're doing in life. And Christina, I feel like we've talked about this book before, but Get Over Your Bleep Self is a really good one. And is really about like, I don't know, just like believing enough in yourself and in the business in order to kind of grow your team. And then the other one that I'm currently reading is called Take the Stairs, and he's going to be at convention this summer. So I hope that maybe some of you will join me at convention so I can, like Desiree, I've met, but so that I can get to meet you guys and get to know you better. But one of the things, and this was in one of the videos that another leader posted, one of the things that he talks about in this book is about this idea of a harvest season. Did you guys see that video? Maybe, maybe not. I tag you in all sorts of things as if you have time to watch all of them, but that's okay. But one of the things that he talks about is how there's different seasons in our business, right? And that there's definitely a harvest season. And right now, with our February kit special, we are in a harvest season. We are in a time when the conditions are right, the soil is right to grow our business, solely by the fact that we have this super awesome special. So I'm not sure who's trying to join us. Now I'm curious. See, I'm already getting.
Oh.
Hello?
Sorry, it's Sheila. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I just got on. I've got a sleeping baby, so I'm not going to say much, but I'm going to listen for the moment.
No worries. Thanks for joining us, Sheila. Hi. Hi. She's like, I don't know what's going on. Hi.
Hey.
Hey, thanks for joining.
Sorry.
So we're just talking a little bit about recruiting tonight because we have this amazing $40 kit special, which I know some of you took advantage of. As you know, it's amazing. It's like 7 books, which are over $70 for a $40 kit special, which is amazing. And so tonight I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about recruiting and about how in Rory Vaden's book, he talks about how we're really in a harvest season for our business. So really going out there and just offering this to everybody. I've been messaging people just like, hey, you might not have any interest in this business, but this is a really good deal on this kit and a really good deal for the discount, so you should consider it. And that has definitely gotten some interest. So I recommend, reaching out to everybody about this. There's also a recruiting by color training that Danielle just did, which is really interesting and really can help you kind of tailor the way that you talk to people about the business. So that was one thing. So anyways, going back to this book. So one of the things that he talks about is like, Lindsay, I know you'll appreciate this, but like our husbands like to fish, and like you don't just go fishing in the middle of the day, right? Like you go fishing in the morning or you go fishing at night when they're going to bite, right? Or when it's raining or gross out. And so what you have to think about is that right now, this time in our business, this special is the time when the fish are going to bite. So it is a really important time to kind of, as I was saying, reach out to lots of people and offer them this opportunity, because you can't, like, it's just a great opportunity because of this. So, okay. So are you ready for my really cheesy analogy? I know you'll love this. I'll just preface it with that. So I was trying to link it to the Olympics, so bear with me and I'm going to share my screen with you all. But this is loosely based on, let's see if I can get it here. No. Okay, this is loosely based on a training that I did. Oh goodness, or that I listened to actually in the car ride from last summer. And it was all about baseball. And I was like, oh, how can I twist this to make it more Olympics-like? So I love to ski, those of you that don't know me well. And I used to ski race in high school. I wasn't very good, but I liked it. And so I always like thinking about recruiting with kind of analogies. So the first thing is this is a terrible picture of Ted Ligety. And don't make fun of my graphics, everyone. Just heads up, because I'm terrible at this kind of stuff. But here we go. So Ted Ligety, who won the gold medal in 2006 and 2014, said, like, I feel very confident in my skiing. I know I have a good chance to win any race I start, which is like such an important thing to relate to recruiting, because you have to go in thinking that you have to have the mindset that you have to believe that you're offering people this amazing opportunity, which you are, right? You're not trying to sell them something gimmicky. You are offering them an opportunity to spread literacy amongst their communities and in their homes. And you have to believe that. Like, you can't be nervous or hesitant about offering this to people because, first of all, it's not your choice to make, right? Whether or not they want to do it. You can't prejudge people because I will say, like, there are several people that are on our team that I had no intention of asking, and I was like, I'm just going to go for it, and they decided to join. So don't make the decision because of your prejudgments that they are either going to want to take part in this or they aren't. So I just kind of leave that because that was a big like aha for me. Okay, so here's where the analogy comes in. So I'm thinking of a ski race, right? And so with our starting gate, and I thought of kind of thinking of recruiting with the like acronym START, STRT. Okay, so here are kind of like the steps that I think are really essential to being effective at recruiting. So the first is, and I was going to say shut up, but I thought shut your mouth sounded a little nicer. So like shut your mouth and listen, take interest, ask questions, resolve their hesitations, teach about the benefits, and then reach the finish line. So I'm just going to kind of quickly go through each of these. And this again this is based off of another training that I thought was helpful. Okay, so when you're in the starting gate, you have to kind of visualize the line you want to take, right? You have to think about what the expectations are. You have to expect that there are going to be bumps and curves in the road, and what are you going to do when you come across one of those? And this is something like my uncle was a really big ski racer, and he used to always tell me, like, either go big or go home. Like, either go for it and try it, and you either do it or you like are going to blow out of the gates because you were, I don't know, something happened. But always go in thinking like, I'm going to recruit this person, not necessarily because you're trying to sell them on the business, but even just for this amazing special that we have going on, that it's a great discount for everybody, right? And then also when you're thinking in the starting gate, think about like, what do I know about this course? What do I know about this person that I'm going to talk to? Why might she want this? And again, like, you don't want to prejudge, but you have to make the decision to push off. You have to make the decision to contact her. And just say something simple as like, have you ever thought about becoming a book lady? Or this is such a great deal right now. Would you have any interest in maybe joining my team? I need your help with spreading literacy. So always kind of thinking that when you're in the starting gate. So then once you round the first gate, this is the first S for the S, is like you need to shut your mouth and listen. And as you can tell, because I always talk too much, I don't do this very well. But what you don't want to do is you don't just want to like vomit information all over them, right? You really want them to talk. You want to be the listener. You want to be listening for like, what is it? What's in it for them? Like, is it the discount for the books? Is it that they need more money? Is it that they need something for them? Is it that they need connection to other people? Like, what is it that's going to get them interested? And along with that color training that Danielle is doing, if you haven't done, you should, because I'm curious. I have some hunches about some of you, but like, what color is the person that you're talking to? Because if they are a blue person, a people person, the way that you're going to approach this is going to be very different from a green person or a gold person or an orange person. So again, you want to be a sounding board. You want to listen to them. And that is so much more important than giving them every single detail up front. So then like the second curve is like, take interest, right? So put yourself in their shoes. How would you feel if you were them in that position? Empathize. And you can't like fake being interested in them and their situation. Like, you have to genuinely be interested in in the position that they're in right now. If someone is, going through a really tough time, you can't convince them that this is the right time to do this, right? So just be a good human, I guess, would be what the T is for. And then along with that, ask questions. So what you really want to think about is like, what interests that person in Usborne? And then what hesitations do they have? And so that's really what, again, where you want to be listening. And you want to get as much information as possible. So they're like, what hesitations do you have? Well, I don't have enough time. Well, tell me more about that. Can you tell me more about the other commitments that you have in your life? And so that I can fully understand and fully inform you about how much time this really takes. And then always end with talking to people with a question, you know, like, what do you think? Can you tell me more about that? Something like that to continue the conversation, to continue helping them process through this. And then the R is for kind of resolving hesitations, right? And the way that we want to do that is by suggesting solutions, right? So some common ones that I have heard is, I'm not a salesperson, I'm too busy, I don't want to be pushy, I don't know enough people, I've tried direct sales before. And all of those are valid points. And in this training that I was listening to, there's all different, I'm not going to go into like how to resolve each of these hesitations, but there's lots of different things that you can say to people to not act defensively, right? Because what you don't want to say is like, well, I'm too busy. What you don't want to say is like, well, everybody's busy, right? That doesn't really make them feel welcomed or make them feel like it's, or that they can overcome those assumptions. Instead, what you want to do is use this felt, feel, found method. Yeah. So like you might say, okay, so like I've tried direct sales before. So you might say like, you know, I felt that way too. I have had experience with other direct sales companies before, but what I feel now that I have tried Usborne is that it's a very different kind of company that we're inviting people personally to, if they want to come to our parties, we really make sure that it's personalized. And also I don't really feel like I'm a salesperson at all because I feel like I'm just educating people on our books. So that's something else that you might want to try is empathizing and then talking about how you have found that this is a different kind of company than a lot of the direct sales companies that are out there. And then lastly, you want to teach about the benefits. So my power just went out. So can you guys still hear me? Oh, darn it. Hello?